Oh, mothers, don't you fear, ain't gonna drop no bomb over here. Won't be a bang, won't be a boom, just a TV set in your living room. Coming in loud, it's coming in clear, coming like a freight train through your ear. What you gonna do now, what you gonna say when they take your boss bones away? When they take your boss bones away. Teaching us lies, preaching us fear. Oh, my child said the end is near. Now, widows, don't you cry, 'cause all God's children one day gotta die. Well, they one day gotta die. Everybody's chasing American dreams, soaked in blood and kerosene. Hoping on a fire, waiting on a spark, hoping nobody gonna blow them all apart. All I ask and all I crave is a lonely walk till the noise of grave. But in the end we'll separate the rags we wear from the rags we wear. Spoon-fed head, his thoughts been bled. Cry out to God from the devil's bed. Knick-knack, paddywhack, throw a bum a bone. I could chew or spew your views on my own. Teacher made me a history. Doctors cooked up a new disease. A preacher man made a shiny new Lord. Mr. President, well, build me a wall. I don't know what I'm fighting for. Everybody's chasing American dreams, soaked in blood and kerosene. Hoping on a fire, waiting on a spark, hoping nobody gonna blow it all apart. All I ask and all I crave is a lonely walk till the noise of grave. Well, in the end we'll separate the rags we wear from the rags we wear. Say it ain't so, the levee won't hold. See, spilling over like a nowhere blows. Heading for the rafts, they're heading for the roof. They're heading for the water, man, they're heading for the loot. Not enough rich in a poor black town. Not enough dead to get the White House down. Not enough help, not enough hope. Not enough hands to plug this here hole. Not enough to plug this here hole. Everybody's chasing American dreams, soaked in blood and kerosene. Hoping on a fire, waiting on a spark, hoping nobody gonna blow it all apart. All I ask and all I crave is a lonely walk till the noise of grave. Well, in the end we'll separate the rags we wear from the rags we wear. Said in the end we'll separate the rags we wear from the rags we wear. Oh, from the rags we wear. Oh, from the rags we wear. Oh, from the rags we wear. mothers, don't you fear. Ain't gonna drop no bomb over here. Won't be a bang, won't be a boom, just a TV set in your living room. Coming in loud, it's coming in clear, coming like a freight train through your ear. What you gonna do now, what you gonna say when they take your boss bones away? When they take your boss bones away. Teaching us lies, preaching us fear. Oh, my child said the end is near. Now, widows, don't you cry, 'cause all God's children one day gotta die. Well, they one day gotta die. Everybody's chasing American dreams, soaked in blood and kerosene. Hoping on a fire, waiting on a spark, hoping nobody gonna blow them all apart. All I ask and all I crave is alone to walk till the noise of grave. But in the end we'll separate the rags we wear from the rags we wear. Spoon-fed hair and his thoughts been bled. Cry out to God from the devil's bed. Knick-knack, paddywhack, throw a bum a bone. I could chew or spew your views on my own. Teacher made me a history. Doctors cooked up a new disease. A preacher man made a shiny new Lord. Mr. President, well, build me a wall. I don't know what I'm fighting for. Everybody's chasing American dreams, soaked in blood and kerosene. Hoping on a fire, waiting on a spark, hoping nobody gonna blow it all apart. All I ask and all I crave is alone to walk till the noise of grave. Well, in the end we'll separate the rags we wear from the rags we wear. Say it ain't so, the levee won't hold. See, spilling over like a nowhere blows. Heading for the rafts, they're heading for the roof. They're heading for the waterman, they're heading for the loot. Not enough rich in a poor black town. Not enough dead to get the White House down. Not enough help, not enough hope. Not enough hands to plug this here hole. Not enough to plug this here hole. Everybody's chasing American dreams, soaked in blood and kerosene. Hoping on a fire, waiting on a spark, hoping nobody gonna blow it all apart. All I ask and all I crave is alone to walk till the noise of grave. Well, in the end we'll separate the rags we wear from the rags we wear. Said in the end we'll separate the rags we wear from the rags we wear. Oh, from the rags we wear. Oh, from the rags we wear. Oh, from the rags we wear.
Everything was going so
fear. Ain't gonna drop no bomb over here. Won't be a bang, won't be a boom, just a TV set in your living room. Coming in loud, it's coming in clear, coming like a freight train through your ear. What you gonna do now, what you gonna say when they take your boss bones away? When they take your boss bones away. Teaching us lies, preaching us fear. Oh, my child said the end is near. Now, widows, don't you cry, 'cause all God's children one day gotta die. Well, they one day gotta die. Everybody's chasing American dreams, soaked in blood and kerosene. Hoping on a fire, waiting on a spark, hoping nobody gonna blow them all apart. All I ask and all I crave is alone to walk till the noise of grave. But in the end we'll separate the rags we wear from the rags we wear. Spoon-fed hair and his thoughts been bled. Cry out to God from the devil's bed. Knick-knack, paddywhack, throw a bum a bone. I could chew or spew your views on my own. Teacher made me a history. Doctors cooked up a new disease. A preacher man made a shiny new Lord. Mr. President, well, build me a wall. I don't know what I'm fighting for. Everybody's chasing American dreams, soaked in blood and kerosene. Hoping on a fire, waiting on a spark, hoping nobody's gonna blow it all apart. All I ask and all I crave is alone to walk till the noise of grave. Well, in the end we'll separate the rags we wear from the rags we wear. Say it ain't so, the levee won't hold. See, spilling over like a nowhere blows. Heading for the rafts, they're heading for the roof. They're heading for the waterman, they're heading for the loot. Not enough rich in a poor black town. Not enough dead to get the White House down. Not enough help, not enough hope. Not enough hands to plug this here hole. Not enough to plug this here hole. Everybody's chasing American dreams, soaked in blood and kerosene. Hoping on a fire, waiting on a spark, hoping nobody gonna blow it all apart. All I ask and all I crave is alone to walk till the noise of grave. Well, in the end we'll separate the rags we wear from the rags we wear. Said in the end we'll separate the rags we wear from the rags we wear. Oh, 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 mothers, don't you fear, ain't gonna drop no bomb over here. Won't be a bang, won't be a boom, just a TV set in your living room. Coming in loud, it's coming in clear, coming like a freight train through your ear. What you gonna do now, what you gonna say when they take your boys bones away? When they take your boys' bones away. Teaching us lies, preaching us fear. Oh, my child said the end is near. Now, widows, don't you cry, 'cause all God's children one day gotta die. Well, they one day gotta die. Everybody's chasing American dreams, soaked in blood and kerosene. Hoping on a fire, waiting on a spark, hoping nobody gonna blow them all apart. All I ask and all I crave is a lonely walk till the noise of grave. But in the end we'll separate the rags we wear from the rags we wear. Spoon-fed hair and his thoughts been bled. Cry out to God from the devil's bed. Knick-knack, paddywhack, throw a bum a bone. I could chew or spew your views on my own. Teacher made me a history. Doctors cooked up a new disease. A preacher man made a shiny new Lord. Mr. President, well, build me a wall. I don't know what I'm fighting for. Everybody's chasing American dreams, soaked in blood and kerosene. Hoping on a fire, waiting on a spark, hoping nobody gonna blow it all apart. All I ask and all I crave is a lonely walk till the noise of grave. Well, in the end we'll separate the rags we wear from the rags we wear. Say it ain't so, the levee won't hold. See, spilling over like a nowhere blows. Heading for the rafts, they're heading for the roof. They're heading for the waterman, they're heading for the loot. Not enough rich in a poor black town. Not enough dead to get the White House down. Not enough help, not enough hope. Not enough hands to plug this here hole. Not enough to plug this here hole. Everybody's chasing American dreams, soaked in blood and kerosene. Hoping on a fire, waiting on a spark, hoping nobody gonna blow it all apart.
Okay, just like every Friday night, you guys let us know if you can hear us and you can see us all right.
Really quick, guys, we are in Rogers, so we're at a little Airbnb here of our buddies, and it's really a little tiny house, pretty much like what we live in all the time. So it's pretty cool, but we're on different internet, and we're going to make sure that you guys can see and hear us. Give us a thumbs up, a little love.
Yes.
I can hear you, I can see you.
All right. I'm going to take y'all's word for it. Loud and clear. Now it's coming through. Loud and clear. Sounds good. Looks good. Good. All right. So, it's been a week.
Oh, yeah. Okay, really quick, we'll just kind of get to it. If someone found this video and they do not know who they're looking at on the screen, well, you're looking at TJ, Stephanie, I am the Ornery One, and she is the Ornery Squaw, and together, well, we're a little bit ornery. And this channel is based off our life on two wheels.
Yes. most of the content is two wheels, but every once in a while we throw in a little bit about our tiny house, a little bit about our actual lives, and yeah, we just kind of roll with it. And we're all learning ourselves too, so
I'm going to adjust a little camera here so Steph not heavily. Yeah, so like I said, like Steph was saying, actually, we're learning as we're going here. So all of our live streams and everything is just us doing our thing. All of our content is just Steph and I doing our thing. All the videos that you watch on the Ornery One is edited and put together by the Ornery Squall right here, Squall Productions, which is already one out there already looked. So, and then I guess it's just the two of us being characters, and we're absolutely loving it. And right now is basically our first live Friday Night Live of the Big Boar build series here on YouTube.
yes, and so we are taking 6 weeks to build this motorcycle, and I know it doesn't take 6 weeks to do the mods and upgrades and the build that we're wanting to do. We know that, but we're taking 6 weeks because we're going to do all these, but then also turn around and try and make content and produce videos. You guys can see if you are subscribed to our channel. If not, make sure you do subscribe. Give us a like. We're on, I think, episode 13, and I'm trying to do smaller videos and clips and break them down into smaller sections just to be able to be more easily watched.
Yes, and if you don't know what the Big Boar build series here on YouTube is, it's actually a 2022 Road Glide Limited that we purchased from Pig Trail Harley Davidson. They are our sponsors. We thank them so very much. So that is where we are doing the build, and we could not do it without Pig Trail. They're definitely the sponsor of our life. I mean, without them, I mean, we'd be screwed, wouldn't we?
We would be.
They're just letting us go in there and do our thing. Over here in our left-hand corner, which might be your right, I don't know. I guess I'm confused on the screen here, right there. That is all of our great sponsors. So every one of those pop up, that is our sponsors, and we are sponsored by these great companies right here, and we're sponsored by them for a reason, because we believe that they are best in the industry. You will not beat who they are as a person either. So
yeah,
it's kind of a rundown what you guys are about to see. And tonight, like last Friday night, we had Chris on with Chromeworks, and we're talking about the new exhaust that we're fixing to get. And it is the first of its kind for the color.
Yes. Like you said, Chris from Chromeworks was with us. And we're going to try and have someone on our live feeds each Friday night moving forward, just to kind of spice it up, and we don't have just one thing. Hat change?
Yeah.
It's a wardrobe
yes.
change. We're going to try and spice it up so it's not just one thing that we're talking about on Friday Night Live, and it's like, you know, an hour and a half long. We're going to try and cover, of course, everything that we did over this last week on the Big Boar, but then also have some guests on live. And of course, anytime that you see that we've posted that so-and-so is going to be on our live feed, I want you guys to be able to submit your questions if you have questions, if you just want to tune in and learn more. This is y'all's time also to ask questions.
Yeah, so what is the Big Boar? So the Big Boar to us is a bike that Steph and I can get out and cut the road on from coast to coast, from border to border. It's comfortable, and it also has performance. We had a couple of questions like, well, we're putting stretch bags on because we're changing it to our likes, and that kind of is not what a performance bagger is. But truly, if you were to define performance, could be different for you and me in the defining of that word. So
yes,
the performance for us and our bike is the Big Boar, and the Big Boar is Steph and I. So we are going to build that bike the way that we want to see it, and we're going to build it how we want to ride it, fit it, and it's very important to us to talk about how bike fits you. We're going to be talking about that more too, the things that we have learned over the last over my lifetime, and then the last 4 years really of us just busting across the country. So we're going to be talking about a lot of safety aspects too that we've learned. And that we're going to be really thankful that we got Rainwater, Holt, and Saxton. They're really down-to-earth, real attorneys out there for us if there was an accident. Definitely 888. So
Yes, you
with
dial 8.
yeah,
That is their
so
slogan. If you guys see us hashtag dial 8, that's what that means. We've got Rainwater, Holton, Saxton behind us, backing us the whole way. And if you guys ever find yourselves in the need, especially right here in Arkansas, they have connections all over. But yeah, definitely here in Arkansas, they are your peoples.
right, and we're going to be bringing through them the safety aspects of what we're doing to this bike, and it really has to do everything. Everything pretty much comes out. I know it sounds crazy to being safety oriented ish. One thing that might not be is the guest that we have on tonight is Paul from Fairing Xchange. Now, this, I don't know if it could be really what we call safety, but it's safety for me in a sense that I'm enjoying it so very much from the view that I have. So I really get a kick out of this mod. And I really want to get into this because it's something that you can do in less than an hour. And it changes the point of view of the rider. And then it really makes your bike, it just makes it classy and regal. I didn't think the Big Boar was going to be regal, but it's really turned into a regal machine. I know that Paul is doing a lot right now, so we're going to go ahead and bring our guest on tonight.
Yeah,
Paul
give me just 1 second. I'm trying to.
Steph is trying to
Yeah.
get everything lined in here. But we're going to bring Paul on and talk about what he was been doing and what he has done, what his business is all about. He travels all over doing inner fairings. So Paul does colored match inner fairings. And I want to stress this. This is Harley Davidson parts, right? Harley Davidson paint. It's so important that we talk about this because we're talking about quality of mods that we do to the bike too. So it's worth the money.
Yes. So, Paul, we're just a little bit ahead schedule, and I do have you on our live feed now, so everything kind of connected and went well together. Let me see if I can get you to unmute. Yeah, click unmute on your end.
Okay.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, there we go, Paul.
Hey.
Welcome, welcome.
So we'll bring Paul on. He's been on the road and he's got a lot. He's visiting with family, and I don't want to take up a lot of his time. He was actually here. He came to the Ozarks here in Rogers at Pig Trail Harley Davidson. Pig Trail was like, yeah, let Paul come on. He's here every Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue the last, 3 or 4 years here, Paul. He sets up out there doing his thing. So they invited Paul. We invited him up, and he actually came in and installed his fairing along with the Wild Boar audio by Hog Tunes, and we did Dakota digital gauges on the bike. So Paul did all that and did some amazing work. So Paul, I'm going to let you kind of take it over a little bit and tell everybody who you are and what you do, man.
Well, we are the Fairing Xchange. Started in this kind of by accident about 15 years ago. Had a background in paint, had a love for motorcycles, and just kind of grew into that. And as my business started to grow in my hobby, it ended up where my corporate job did a restructuring, so it made me gave me an opportunity to make this a full-time job. And the team has grown. You continue to mention me. We're a team. There's 8 of us involved. It's by far not just me. The best guys are the ones you don't see right now, the ones that are back at the shop doing the paint work. My wife Stephanie, the one that's handling all the stuff behind the scenes. You see myself and a couple of the guys that are on the road with me, but it is a full team. But as you mentioned, we do paint and exchange Harley factory parts. It's not something that we're ordering out of China and having, done. It's actually factory parts that we're not any better than anybody else. We just specialize in doing this one thing. That has obviously grown over the years. While we were doing people's fairing, they're going, hey, can you help me upgrade my speakers? Or, I wish you had gauges. I wish you had this. So in the last 8 years of traveling to rallies, we went from just doing fairings to now doing a lot of other things. Obviously, you've gotten to see the connection we have with Hog Tunes with using the Wild Boar system. Yeah. Great product. I believe in it. I can sell what I believe. If I don't believe in it, I can't sell. And the reality is we've been selling their product for years. Great guys, great support, and stuff that's made for a motorcycle. So having said all that, obviously, as you said, we came to you, met you guys last year, love what you do. I just appreciate you guys for who you are and what you've done and what you're doing in the industry. You've obviously linked up with a lot of great people. I know virtually all of the people that you are linked with, and it's just a great team that you're working with doing this build. It was amazing to be able to go into Pig Trail Harley, having Larry and all the guys open up their hands and go, hey, what can we do for you? What would you like? That was awesome.
Yeah,
Dealers who get to know us really do get to like us because they know we know what we're doing and we're there to help. But again, just working in that dealership was amazing. What a great group of people. So,
well, like you said there, Paul, that's what we're trying to do. We're building these relationships, and if you guys are watching, everything that we talk about is over a matter of time. So a lot of people are like, oh man, we want to do that, and we're going to go do this and that, and I say go do it, but I don't want anybody to think that this just happened overnight, because Steph and I went from rally to rally to rally for years now, and we built these relationships. And like we had seen each other a couple of times here and there, and finally we just got to talking in Laconia.
Right.
And which, what a great dealership there too. They were awesome with us. And of course, a great rally, the oldest rally, matter of fact.
Yeah.
Crazy.
This year's the 99th. Next year will be 100.
Wow.
Imagine that.
I'm sure it's going to be crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh,
it's always a great rally. Obviously, being the Northeast, there's so many people up there, and the Canadians that get to there. So it's always been a great rally for us. Yeah. But yeah, we're excited for that event. So.
Well, hey, I was going to tell you, Paul, you know, we've become where we kind of joke and kid around and stuff. Right now, we're really trying to cover some ground so everybody gets that information in their ear. But really, we've been hanging out, ate sushi the other night, and just had a good time. Really down to earth. You know, Justin came with you and just doing the thing. And like I said, everybody that we're working with, we're just buddies, you know, hanging out, talking motorcycle.
Yep.
I mean, that's really what it is. But today, like a lot of the people up front, the salesmen and stuff like that, they came in and looked at the bike and they were like, holy shit, man, because we brought it down from the lift.
Right.
And we've got the motor tore apart now. So, and we did a whole day of recording yesterday with Chris. So we did a lot on the bike yesterday.
Well, I saw you talking about the dyno run. What was the starting numbers?
Woo! I guess
we're supposed to be talking about that.
Yeah, let's go. You want to get into that?
Yeah.
We'll get into it with Paul online with us.
All right. So, you know, all right, guys. So it's great, Paul. So you guys asked us over the course of us talking about this if we would throw it on the dyno with it stock, bone stock, right off the trailer, off the truck. So that's what we did. So yesterday morning, we got there early. I had my Senna and had everything set up. I put a GoPro on the bike, and it was my Voyage run. Of course, Paul had already been there and installed all his products. So we got the Wild Boar, and we got the digital.
I should have added some horsepower there between the gauges and the audio. That
Let me tell you something. I went out and cranked it up and just cranked the stereo, right? So in this video, it's going to show me getting on the bike, and I'm going to ride it for the first time, and I'm telling everybody my thoughts on this bike. I went out there and letting the bike warm up, and I just absolutely cranked the stereo. So the hog tunes were blasting. Of course, we got the Wild Boar upgrade. So that thing, I turned it all the way up, and you left that chip in there, right? And I was just cranking it, and I stood there forever just listening to the music, and everybody came out to hear it. In this video, we're going to go ahead because we're going to get demonetized. We'll get monetized, really, because we're going to have a song that is copyrighted. We're not going to take it off. We're just going to let it do it because we can't do that stereo justice if we take it off. Even through our speakers on the computer, it gets so much louder. It's just like you have to turn down the volume on the computer. So we're going to show that. And like I said, I just sat there and listened to the stereo and then looked at my bike and looked at my awesome gauges and they got my app out a little bit, so I got to learn that. 31 different colors on those Dakota digitals. Just to tell you guys, we'll talk more about them anyway. So we will have a video of my first thoughts of the limited. So a 2022 Road Glide Limited that we got, and it is gunship or battleship gray. And so to kind of give you an idea. So I got on it, rode it, went for just a little bit of a ride and came back, got my opinion. We brought it right in, and Chris put it into the dyno. So we dynoed it. Steph will have that video out sometime next week, so you guys can come back next week. She's got to edit it, put it all together, and you guys can see my first thoughts of the bike, what I thought of it, bone stock, and then us putting it into the dyno. So,
Gotcha.
Paul, you asked this. I've got the readout right here, and we did have some people guess, and actually we had a gentleman guess today, and he almost hit the nail on the head exactly. So I'm just going to hold it up and see if you guys can see the dyno readout. Let's see right there. Can you see it, Paul?
Yep.
What do you see?
81.8 and 109 torque. That's not bad.
Yeah, so that's right out of the box. Like, Paul said 81.8 torque at 109.11, and Chris shifted like we would normally. He didn't over abuse it or anything, so we shifted probably about 3,800, somewhere around in there, and that was about our third run on that. So, I mean, that's what it is. That's what it is. The bike runs great. It's responsive. It handled very well. It's a new bike, man, and it's just quiet, well-mannered, well-behaved. It's a Harley Davidson, It's just like
not with you on it.
Yeah, and dude, I did cut up a little bit on the bike. You guys will see in a video because I wanted to really see what it felt like.
Yeah, so the members actually have that little video of TJ getting on the bike for the first time and just taking it behind the shop and doing a little run with it. That's the first time that he got to ride it, but I did go ahead and give that to the members this evening. If you guys are wondering, with the comments on the side of the screen there, if their name's highlighted with a little emoji off to the side, those are our Ornery Ass members. So if you ever wonder, like, why do they have a little cute beard and I don't, that's why.
Yes, you can become an Ornery Ass member if you'd like, and you get some perks, and this is one of them because Steph releases some uncut video, and they really help us do a lot in the Ornery One.
Yeah.
Real quick too, Paul, we are Facebook Live as well with YouTube, so that's something we're doing a little bit different here. I know you have a great following on Facebook, and that's one thing I was going to touch back with you. Now that we released the numbers, and I'll let everybody pick at me, we're going to go back and catch up on the comments here in just a little bit, guys. We'll talk in the chat column over here. But Paul, I do want to brag on y'all, the whole crew, because we've had people come to us needing help. They found you at different rallies, and you've helped them. Like, you went above and beyond what they were expecting. So this is one thing that's really cool. Steph and I were running across the country. We run into some trouble sometimes. We need help, here and there. You've definitely done that, with people, and I've heard the stories, and you guys are just the reputation you are.
We're real.
You do have, yes,
that's what we do.
Yeah, it's incredible, and it's cool, man, because we're all kind of growing right now and seeing things change, and it's super exciting.
If I can tell you a quick story, obviously you mentioned we came to you and we did this build in the dealership, which was amazing on Monday and Tuesday. After that, we made some stops in Missouri and in Des Moines, Iowa. Then we went up to Clockworks in Mitchell, South Dakota. We made a stop at Dakota Digital, talked to them. They appreciated what you guys are doing. But then I came here to Minneapolis to visit my parents. And while here, Justin, which was with me, he went on to to Wisconsin. He was supposed to do an install tomorrow morning for a guy, and the guy called and he said, hey, it's going to be raining and 40 degrees on Saturday morning. I can use my neighbor's garage if you want to do the install, because he's doing a fairing and gauges just like we did for you.
Oh, yeah.
And then the guy, anyway, he calls this afternoon. Justin, I took him to the Mall of America today. He wanted to ride a roller coaster in the Mall of America. But Having said that, he is headed over to Wisconsin. I get a phone call from the guy that he's doing this install for in the morning in his neighbor's heated garage. The garage deal fell through. He said, "Can you get Justin to come today? Because tomorrow morning it's going to be in the 30s with 20-mile-an-hour winds and 3 inches of snow on the ground."
Yeah.
Justin is in. He should be doing that install right now in that guy's garage with no heat at 40 degrees.
I don't.
We get into some of these things. We can't control it. Here we are in the north. When he leaves there, he's going down around through Chicago and going up into Michigan to do a couple more jobs tomorrow.
That's another thing we want to touch base on really quick there, Paul. If you guys don't know, so they'll set up a route or a route, and if you're on it, they'll come by and do this for you. I mean, it's that
Right.
cool.
We have people all over that contact us and go, "Hey, I can't get to a rally. Are you ever going to be in my area?" Which we can't get to everybody. I have a ton of people on the West Coast begging us to come out there, and I'm sorry, just the numbers don't make sense for me to drive to California to put a fairing on.
Right.
But we have a number of people, like I had a guy in St. Louis just yesterday going, "Hey, when can you get to me?" And I'm like, "You know what? Do a reservation on our website. That way it puts you on our radar. So when we start planning a trip, we'll get to you. We'll make it where we get to you. And then we post that we're going there. We'll have 3 or 4 other people that'll jump on board. So it makes sense to make that trip."
And really quick, guys, if you would take the time, the whole crew there at Fairing Xchange, you guys have your calendar up. So you guys will be able to see the rallies that the Fairing Xchange is going to be at. So that'll help too. A lot of people are asking that. You can find them on all the web. You can find them on all the social media platforms. I mean, Instagram, Facebook, the website. So, and like Paul said, so you make a reservation online, and it'll put you on the radar.
Very cool.
That's badass. Really quick too, I gotta say this. So we made a post that Paul was coming and doing our Dakota digital gauges, and this dude reached out. He's a little bit south of us and said, "Hey, I want them gauges." So Paul had to work his magic and make stuff happen overnight, and he did. And you guys ran down the next morning when we were going to button up our bike. You ran down and installed his digital gauges, Dakota digital gauges, at a
Correct.
Walmart. Is that correct? Parking lot.
Walmart parking lot. Walmart's everywhere there where you're at, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, we chose a Walmart. Just the guy was 30 minutes south, and it ended up where I picked a place halfway between, and told the guy, I said, "Hey, here's the place we can meet in this Walmart parking lot." He kind of laughed and he went, "That's where I work."
Oh, I
So he
know.
literally worked in that Walmart as a veterinarian. They have a vet clinic in a Walmart.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
a lot of ours
but
do.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
so
You can do it
so
all.
we installed his gauges for him. He was happy. We got back up to see you guys and took care of some things on your bike.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome.
but yeah, we love what we do. It's fun.
Yes. Real quick.
So we've got a couple of questions for you. First off, CH369 wants to give you big props because acknowledging your whole team is something that is amazing. And he said, it's just, I mean, I thought it was amazing too, just yesterday, or I'm sorry, Tuesday when you were talking about that. And then again today, you really do put your team first. And that's a huge thing. So he just wanted to point that out and give you big props for that.
Well, thank you.
So
And
got,
without them, I'm nothing.
so we've got Weston Custom. He wants to know, are you going to be in Thunder Beach Rally?
Absolutely. We
Okay.
set up at the Frank Brown Park.
Okay. And then your whole schedule, is it on your website also?
It's on the website and it's on Facebook.
Okay, perfect. Let's see. Next question is Ken Keemer wants to know if you guys do a Bluetooth system for non-fairing bikes. So this may be
We
more of a
don't.
question for wild boar hog tunes, but if you knew.
Yeah, we don't do anything with that. There are companies out there that do, but we don't do anything with that. I
Okay.
don't think there's anything in the wild boar system either that addresses that.
Okay. Next question is from Mike Moore. Will you ship Dakota Digitals so that they could install them themselves?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Great question.
Yes.
Be happy to.
Yeah. So yeah, Ken.
And we can walk them through a nice thing is when they go, I mean, putting them in is a breeze. You watched us do it. But when you go to
Yeah.
program them, that takes a little bit of knowing. It's not difficult, but having somebody there that can walk you through it, as you had Justin do with you, TJ,
Yes.
it's just nice to have that. We don't have any problem with getting one of our guys on the phone and talking them through it if they're not comfortable doing it. But I mean, yeah, we love to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
Great
So
questions.
yeah, Ken and Mitchell, both y'all's questions about systems for the non-fairing bikes and heritage, I think would probably be best to go check out Wild Boar Audio directly on their website and see
Yes.
if that has a, you know.
Trust me, guys, they're on the ball. I mean, on social media, they're at it. Another great company right there. We've been really working close with them and had so much fun. Had Scott on the other day. If you guys will go watch that video, there's a lot of information there about this system that blew my mind.
Scott's a really bright guy.
Oh.
He knows what he's talking about.
Okay, really quick. So we needed a picture of him because he's in Canada, just to go on there, right? And we've been around each other, but we never knew. He said he'd seen me, but I didn't realize that was him. Okay, so we've been
Right.
around each other. We just never officially met in person. He sent a picture of himself, and I was like, "Holy crap!" Because listen to him. I really thought, love you to death, man, love you to death, Scott. But I thought that he would be an older gentleman that had, you know, his voice and his knowledge. Dude, I think he's younger than me. He's got a great beard, and I was just like, just a really cool cat. Like I would be sitting at the bar having a beer with him. And he knows it inside and out. Like the stuff that you were talking about, and you said you need to talk to him because he can do it more justice because that's what he does. They know it. They built it. So don't be afraid, guys, to reach out to them. They are eager to answer your questions. They love talking to people.
Yes.
Do you have something over there, honey?
I'm not for sure. I was just asking up a question, following through on a question. I do want to say a big thanks to Angel Sierra for your super chat. I appreciate that so much. She said, "Here's your first tank of gas. You guys are great." So thank you so much for that. I appreciate that.
Thank you so very, very much. We do appreciate that from the bottom of our hearts. And that kind of got me in a thought right here. We were live the other day, so we're going to be going live throughout this build. We went live when Chris put the Big Boar into the dyno, and we had a really cool moment.
Yes, it was really super cool, which okay, so, you know, of course, this is the first week we're doing this. The first 2 days, we kind of had some hiccups and setbacks. So I was just like, gosh, let this day be, like, smooth. And so I got out the equipment, and I was like, just cross my fingers that everything connects and we go live. And sure enough, it did. Of course, we were doing the live feed while we were doing the dyno, so it was a little bit, you know, loud, and the quality wasn't the best. But it was really cool. We were on live, and then one of the gals walks over, and I thought she was waiting to like cross paths so that she wasn't caught on camera. And so you were on live, and I was like, you can walk in front, you won't be on camera. And she's like, oh no, I was waiting for you guys to get a minute. A gentleman called in and purchased this bell for you guys.
First bell for the bike.
The first bell for the bike. And so that was huge. And of course it was Corey, great guy out there, Iowa, I believe. I'm bad with places, but Iowa. So yeah, that was
so he
really
actually
cool
called. He was on live with us. He called Pig Trail, bought a bell, and had her run back there as we were on live and give it to us. Now,
cool.
if that's not the cat's meow, man, that is just it. I just had to hold it together. It was like, woo!
It was really
super cool moment.
So I do remember this. Gilbert just popped up and commented, and I remember this. Last year during Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue, he had his interfering done by you, Paul, and it looked amazing, of course. But yeah, he just popped up and said, hey guys, Paul is cool. He did my work over there at Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue, which is another rally that you'll be back at, correct?
Yep.
Good.
Yep. And that just goes to show you guys, in the motorcycle industry, it's big, but it's not that big. That's what she said. But
it's amazing how small the world is when you're talking about, especially the vendors, the national vendors like, you know, Chromeworks and some of the other people that you're working with, KST.
Oh, yes.
We all know each other.
Yes.
I mean, it's a small world.
Yeah, I was speaking of that too. If y'all do stop by and see the crew there, the Fairing Xchange, They'll have the KST bars that we run. We're going to be talking more about them too, guys. We got some exciting news about that, but we won't talk about that just yet. Also, Paul there will, of course, he works right along and installs custom dynamics, which we did a ton of that yesterday, which will be,
awesome.
Paul,
you got it all done.
Yes, we got it all. We got the front done. We really took our time.
Okay.
Dude, Chris put so many wires. Like he barely had it. He ran it all.
We didn't leave him a whole lot of room.
Well, that, and everything has to be piggybacked off. It's all plug and play. So we're going to be showing that, but we lit that bike up. We cannot put another light on the front of that bike, and it looks so classy with the fairing. And of course, then we did the low profile turning signals by Custom Dynamics. Holy, that's the first time I've seen them, and I love them. Then we did the front fork lights, which are new down there on the forks. Holy cow, man, because that gives you that side view. We're going to be talking about that more. And they went on like lickety split, like always. Chris got all that tucked in though, and we couldn't fit any more up through there. It's just working, everything, getting it tucked in.
Which is like the all of the lights that are capable of going on the road glide are on the bike now. So and then we talked about this too, man. We're gonna light that thing up, and it's looking amazing. Really quick too, I want to tell you guys, Paul's gonna know what I'm saying here. All the wiring plus 3 amps, guys. 3 amps, wild boar. So they're super. I don't even know how they compact it and get it that small. The engineering that went into those, but still, you're talking about amps this big. We have 3 of those. So there's one for a set of speakers. So we have 3 sets. So we have 6 speakers. So 3 of those amps tucked in there with all the wiring and amp wiring coming up through there. And Chris really pulled it off. It looks amazing. I can't wait to share with you guys. So all of y'all watching will be coming out with those videos as well. We recorded all that yesterday, and Steph, it's going to take her a while to produce that. That's one thing that we're talking about. Over the extent of this build, it's not going to take that long to build the bike, but it's going to take that long to build the bike and make the content as we're building it and doing it in a layout like we want. Yeah. I got 2 more questions for you, Paul, before we
let you go.
Yeah. One thing I do want to say quickly, screw it, let's ride. Thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate that. He said for help on the first big trip. Thank you so much.
Oh, man.
The 2 questions. I've got Softail Joe that wants to know, what is the oldest bike you can do? He has a 2006 Ultra Classic.
We can do those. Obviously, we do an exchange, so we're looking for a fairing that is in good enough shape for us to paint for somebody else.
Okay.
But we do have people that have them that are in bad shape, and we just charge them for a core and put a good one on there.
Okay.
Again, I started doing fairings in 2006.
Okay.
So I've done, from 96 up, but we prefer not to do anything older than that because we do have to pull the throttle cables and the clutch cable. So we need things to be in good shape.
Okay.
We get to a rally and somebody comes up and we're skeptical about taking apart a bike that's more than 15 years old because it gets into a situation where if something breaks, we don't have parts there to fix it. So we try to curb some of that. But at our shop, we do that.
That's what the whole name exists. Think about the Fairing Xchange. So you're going to exchange your fairing, and what he does is he repaints that. So I don't know if a lot of people.
That's how you end up with Harley parts.
That's it.
At half the price of what it costs somewhere else.
That's it. And really quick, I want to touch base on that, guys. We're going to be talking more about this. We've learned the hard way. Do it the right way the first time. It actually saves you money. Steph and I will be talking more about that in the upcoming videos on down the road here, but we have truly learned a lesson. We definitely get the good parts. You got any more questions for Paul? I know he's
just one more, which I believe Nut, you can probably find this. Sorry, Nut is his name, so I'm not calling him a nut. Sorry.
I'm kind of a nut too, but it's all right.
It's on the website and Facebook page of the Fairing Xchange, and Xchange is with an X, but he wants to know if you're going to be at the Milwaukee Rally on Labor Day 2022.
We will be at Wisconsin Harley-Davidson in
Okay.
Economawalk, which is actually the best dealership in that region. Justin is actually going to be there tomorrow, taking them a painted fairing for one of the jobs they're doing in-house.
Okay.
But yes, we will be at that dealership again
Okay.
this year. We were there last year.
Okay,
Very
perfect.
cool. And
All
really
right.
quick, guys, you'll be able to check out the Big Boar, and on the Big Boar you can go see the video of Paul, and you can see what he did for us. Now, what he did for our bike, what he painted and brought was the inner fairing, the lower fairings, and the heat guards or heat shields on our bike, and he colored matched them. And it really did change the overall look of that bike. When we roll up in a parking lot, you can bet your sweet ass that you'll probably be very original with what you're fixing to get from the Fairing Xchange. And that truly is what our motorcycles are all about.
It's
Well, as you said a few times when we were there, with the upgrades we do as far as the inner fairing, that's what you see every time you're on that bike. All the upgrades you do,
That's true.
it's nice, but when you're riding, that's what you're looking at.
And you
So,
told me that
Hopefully
first
you're
time,
watching the road.
you told me that in Laconia, and I heard you say it. And I was like, oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. And then we got riding down the road, and it wasn't a couple miles down the road, and I was like, damn.
yeah. So now every
Okay.
time everyone goes out to a ride that doesn't have a matched inner fairing, they're going to look down there and be like,
Oh,
"Damn, this doesn't look right."
oh shit.
It's amazing how many people that we've been dealing with for many years, we'll do a fairing for them, and they'll get a different bike or trade bikes, and they call me up and they're like, man, I just got to have it. I got used to it, so now I have to have that. It just doesn't look right without
Yeah.
I
So,
know.
yeah.
And
That's cool.
We did show the Big Boar with the black inner fairing, and then when it switches over, it just looks like a different bike. Now you throw those gauges in there, and it just, like I said, it just went from badass to over the top badass. And like I said, it's got a regal look to it. It's a sexy.
It is.
It's a sexy bike. I've heard that more than once now. That's a sexy son of a. And they
Yes.
love it to death. So
Yeah.
Paul, really
Yes.
quick, man. Like I tell you all the time how much we appreciate you and the crew there. Really quick too, guys. Go check out the bike that Paul built. Him and his wife couldn't decide, and it couldn't have came out any better. Y'all shouldn't decide a lot more. Go check
It
out
was a
his
cool concept.
Go check out his bike. It is half and half. So what I'm saying is red and blue, chrome and black.
Yes.
I can't describe it. You just got to go check it out.
My side looks better, but her side looks great too.
The whole bike is amazing. And then he split absolutely everything. The handlebar, the KST handlebars, chrome, black.
The Chromeworks exhaust. It is black.
The lights,
Chrome.
custom dynamic lights. Which let me get their hat on because I'm so proud of them. The custom dynamic lighting, black, chrome. Everything on it is split right down the middle. It's amazing, dude. You just knocked it out of the park, and so proud to see it.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Thank you. It was fun.
Yeah, well, you do some fun shit, man. We all love it. Really
We
quick,
get to.
thank you so very much, Paul, for taking your time out with your family and coming on and sharing all this good noise for us.
Well, thank you for letting us be involved in not only what you do, but in your lives. You guys have done an amazing thing. So I appreciate what you guys are doing.
Thank you,
Thank
Paul.
you, Paul.
We love you so very much, man. Y'all be safe out on the road, and we'll see you somewhere down the road.
Sounds great.
See
Thank
you,
you.
brother.
Night.
Good night. So much fun, guys. Okay, Mama, we better catch up on the comments and the chats.
Yes. Angel Sierra, I agree with you. Everyone hit that thumbs up for us. The more likes, the more shares, it helps us grow and meet more people at rallies and events, just like all of you guys that we've already met. And yeah, it just helps us and shares the love, and we appreciate that.
So I want to share some love right now. Figurati Designs, which is a buddy of ours, which, Kerry,
Yes.
he's a great buddy of ours. He's got some upcoming badass shit, guys. The guy is a talent like none other that I've seen, and it's original. And I love this stuff. He's upcoming. So this is something, it's just like, hopefully like us, God bless us. I hope we're up and coming and going to do our thing. We're working so very hard, and as all of us here on this channel. So he does something that's just really unique and hasn't been done yet, and is so important. Aesthetically, looking at your bike and making it one of a kind. And what I'm fixing to show you, it makes your bike better. It protects your bike. So what it is, you know where your swing arm is. Your swing arm has a really cheap plastic cap that goes in there from the factory. Now you can upgrade those and you get a chrome one that kind of pops in with those little cheesy ears. You pop any of those out and it's just coated with rust in there. If you ride your bike much, or you've had it for very long, or you get an older bike, pop that off and look at it, most of them fall out. So what Fairing Designs have done, they came up with a great design. And if you guys can go see a live stream that we did down in Daytona, at Destination Daytona during Daytona Bike Week, just like a couple weeks ago, me and Carrie went live and we put a set in our older bike, right? And we rode them home, loved them, been showing them off. This is what they look like. So he can do all kinds of designs. He has a lot of these on hand, and you can go check them out. They're very detailed and they're well made, and they're heavy. And Carrie, if you're on here, you can correct me if I get anything wrong. But these are jewelry for your bike. They're unbelievable. So they pop in the sides, and they really pop. I mean,
We should say your woman doesn't like cheap plastic jewelry. Neither does your mistress.
Neither does your motorcycle.
Thank you. You're welcome, Carrie, if you're listening.
Yeah, so these are super badass. Now, I'm going to try to do it justice holding it up to the camera. So I'm going to hold it still. If you'll look right down there toward my thumb, you see that? That's a ring around it. That's like an oil ring. See that? So it's a plastic ring around it, so it seals when it pops in there.
Or rubber.
Rubber seal. Yep. And then on top of that, which is going to be hard to see, and I'm going to try to do it justice, you'll see that little dot right there in the middle. Steph will light it up here. This is hard to do on camera. See that little dot right there? Well, they got it all the way around 4 of those, and they're little bitty buttons that are spring loaded that pop in there. So you'll take your old ones out, and you'll have to work them in and pop those suckers in, and then you've got these on your bike. And it protects your bike, and it makes it very unique. So jewelry for your motorcycle. I absolutely love these, and I've got such a kick out of getting to be great friends with Carrie, and we got a lot to do in the future, and they're very well made. This is the first of its kind that I've ever seen, and I think that they're just a great gift idea. You get one for your bike, you can gift them. You can go on to his website and his social medias and see how much they cost, because I can't remember exactly, but he's doing some other stuff too, so you'll want to keep them in the back of your head and go check them out. Once again, Fairing Designs.
And I just put the name into the comments there, and I'll add the actual website for you guys also. But he's at a lot of the major rallies, like you were saying. We met him in Daytona. So check out their website too to see where the events are that they're going to be at. And of course, you can order them online also. And he's got several different designs in them. He also does custom designs also.
Yeah, he can
really cool shit.
Yeah, so if you want to do something, we're just thinking about this stuff like giving it away, like gifts. We can go on and on and on what a person could do with these, and they're very affordable, and they'll last forever. You'll probably want to take them out of your bike and carry them to the next bike. They're so badass. So once again, you're going to see some really cool shit on the Big Boar that Carrie's going to do, Fairing Designs. So he's going to be doing some stuff on the Big Boar. So you'll want to stay tuned and see what he does. He's working on it right now. I was needing something done, and I reached out to him. He said, yeah, brother, let's talk when we're down there. So he's working on some other stuff for me as well. So it's in the works right now. It's been that quick. But what I want to do, I pulled these off our old bike, and I want to give these away tonight. He has really cool cases that these go into, a little cool, it's a little box, has
like
a little lid,
tin.
little tin, and he has the styrofoam, or it's not styrofoam, it's black, soft, fucking soft shit. I don't know what it is. But these pop down in there, and it has a view in the top of that box so you can see through. So his packaging is just, it's sexy as hell, as long with a product. So I don't have those boxes because we just took it off, put it on my bike. But I'm going to wrap these up and I'm going to send them to somebody tonight. So we're going to give these away. And I want you guys to go check his website out. And then when you, whoever wins these, if you would please pop them in your bike, take a picture, and share it with me. Tag Figuarati Designs. We'll share it on our story. So this is all, it'll be just really cool. It'll make me feel good. And I just want to give them away. That's what I thought of today when we popped them out. And I showed them to everybody at the dealership. And they're like, holy shit. And we just all had to play with them, you know.
Yeah. And of
all
course,
the cool stuff.
The flags are designed, you know, so that, let me get into the camera, of course, they're both, you know,
waving
flying
in the right direction.
wind.
Yeah, so we don't
as you're
disrespect our great flag.
Gilbert, thank you so much for your super chat. He said I'm going to have Paul do my front fender and digital gauges on my bike over there again.
Right
Hell
on.
yeah.
So, no shit, man. Are you going to do that Box Woods and Barbecue?
I think so.
No shit? Okay. Well, let us know because we want to come hang out while he's doing that if we're not on the bike riding around.
Yes, and I didn't see this while he was online, but Hockomock Motovlog wanted to know if they've got a 2011 Road Glide Ultra and Merlot Sun Globe. And probably so. Any Harley, I mean, most of all the what do you call that? Most popular colors and models they have in stock and always have them, several of them at the rallies. Almost everything else they either have on hand or they'll definitely get you hooked up.
Yes, that is correct. And you can reach out to Paul. You guys seen how great he is with everybody in the crew there. So guys, reach out to him and you can message him right now and he'll be getting back with you and he'll let you know because I don't want to say, but I'm sure he will. I mean, they're just badass at what they do. So really quick, how do you want to give these away tonight? Off the cusp, here we go. I love us.
Yeah, I'm not for sure.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about this. We just decided this. So
I know. I just called Kerry and I was like, dude, I'm going to give these away. And he's like, oh, yeah, hell yeah.
We do. So giving away and stuff like that, we are talking about the KST handlebars that's coming up. They don't actually have a name, so we're going to turn that over to you guys when it gets closer to actually come up with a name. We do have one person that's already submitted a name.
Okay, and this is the deal. Really quick, these bars are the first of the kind. They're building them for us, so this will be the first time seeing them, and they're not named. And we already talked to KST, and they're excited about this idea.
Yes, and I was just gonna say it's a pretty cool name.
Yeah. What's the first entry?
I can't tell you the name.
Oh, you can't tell me?
I'm not gonna tell you the name of the bars. Everyone's listening.
Oh, okay. Very well. Can you tell me later? Maybe? All right, cool.
Yeah, I could.
All right, so how do we want to give these away?
Oh, let's see. I don't know. What do you think?
Okay, I'll tell you this, guys. This is what I want to do. If any of you guys have followed us for some time, you're going to know the answer to this. Our first pay it forward, if you guys know where that went. So if you can just tell me a little bit of keywords to our first pay it forward we ever did a few years ago and what really set us afire about our pay it forward program. And we're super proud of that. So the first person that can tell me a keyword or phrase, if you guys have followed us, you'll know, you'll think of something. If not, message us. And the first person that does, I'll send these to you if you give me your address. And it'll be something pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be fun. Catch up on, did we do Facebook too? Is it all together now over here?
Over there on that side, you see it's all together.
Very cool.
Yeah. Let's see. Troy Adams is joining us. Good to see you guys.
Hey, man.
Paul Barber. Okay, so Paul Barber, that's Fairing Xchange. That was
Yes.
just with us. If you guys didn't know, on Facebook, he was just saying to Hockomock, best thing to do is to go on the website and do the reservation, and they will have one held for you too. So like if you're going to a rally and you want to make sure that yours is held reserved for you, go online, make the reservation so that they can definitely put one aside just for your ride.
That's exactly right. That's the best way to do stuff. I mean, really. And I'm going to tell you guys, if you haven't seen them, like with your own two eyes, once you see these interferings, it just makes you think about stuff again, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's all about, the mods.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Jeremy Young, you said a good point. So, yeah, Figurati Designs, they do make gremlin bells. Also, everything they make is jewelry grade. So, it's not just the swing arm.
No, that's what we have on hand. We're going to be talking more about their products too, and like I said, Carrie and the whole crew there, they're working hard on coming up with a lot of really cool nifty gifties.
Yes. So a couple of things that are going to be coming up is, of course, we're going to be here at Pig Trail through the end of April. So James Tate, thanks so much for your super chat. Hey guys, just joined. Did you say the horsepower numbers?
Yeah, real quick, Tate. Right stock out of the box. Out of the box. I was thinking about Hockenbach. So, yeah, our horsepower is 81.8 and our max torque is at 109.11. Our shift around the RPMs is around 3,800. So that was our third run. So that is the numbers of the bike as we speak. You guys, we will be doing the 131, keeping it in warranty. But we're going to push the limit as far as we can. There's no doubt about it. And then once we get that built, we will put it back on the dyno and we'll re-dyno it, and then we'll show the numbers in comparison.
Yes. Troy Adams, will you guys be at Pig Trail tomorrow? Yes. So tomorrow at Pig Trail is going to be a demo ride event. If you guys are in the area, definitely come check out Pig Trail and the new bikes. You can take a new bike out for a ride, test it. And I think you get like a $20 gift card if you just go for a ride.
$20 gift card, and you can enter to win like another giveaway that they're doing too.
I know.
I can look really quick. I'll look at my pictures. I'll take a picture of that. Yeah, so really quick, the demo ride is not the demo truck. We had some people ask if they say demo truck, then Harley Davidson bring a truck with a demo, all of them. But this is what they have for demo at Pig Trail Harley Davidson. Mm-hmm. So it begins at 12 to 3, but you can show up around 11, and they will have cold beverages and snacks and refreshments until they're all out. Register to win a $100 Pig Trail HD gift card, take a ride on a demo bike, and get a $20 Pig Trail Harley Davidson gift card. So we're going to be there. I'm going to have my Senna on, my helmet, and I'm going to go do a demo ride, if not two, on a couple bikes. And then I haven't rode yet.
So that's going to be tomorrow. We're going to definitely be there. Then, of course, we'll be here through the end of April. But at the end of April is Spring Fling. Matt, you just asked, will the new bike be ready for Spring Fling?
So that will probably, yes, it'll be ready. So that will be like our official ride on the bike. Trust me, I'm going to go ride it. But like we're going to go and do a guided ride, which is Pig Trail's Harley Davidson, one of their rides that they had mapped out, which is called the Screaming Eagle. But this is our ride between the pigs that we become and do every year now.
Yes, so the ride between the pigs, it's a free ride. Meaning it doesn't cost to ride along this ride. Also, you can come and go as you please. So it is a free ride. It is sponsored by Rainwater Holton Saxton, so we are doing the first 20 that's registered there the day of a free swag bag. Also, every single rider is going to get a certificate for a free poker chip. So we are starting at Eureka Springs Harley Davidson, which is in Eureka Springs. That is Pig Trail's remote store. We're going to start at Eureka Springs, and then we're going to do the ride, Screaming Eagle. The maps are on our website. And then we're going to make one official stop, and that will be at Pig Trail Harley Davidson. That's where everyone can pick up their Pig Trail Harley Davidson poker chip. And then we're going to end it back at Eureka Springs. So you can either stay there if you're staying in Rogers, that area during the rally, or you can head on back to Eureka with us.
Yeah. So look, once again, it's the free
My chair
ride.
about fell.
It's the free ride between the two pigs, and it is the Screaming Eagle ride. That is a picture of Harley Davidson mapped out ride. You can go check that out on their website. And Steph has been doing our website a lot of justice. If you guys haven't been to the orneryone.com, go check that out because you can see her blogs. There's a lot of information. It's really becoming a moto hub there. That's what we're trying to do with it right there, our little thing.
Yes, we do have a tab on the website's Motorcycle Arkansas, and I've got all kinds of different maps that are added there to that tab. You can download them. We're going to try to highlight some of those throughout the year, just like Spring Fling Rally. We're going to do the ride, and it's actually Screaming Eagle from Pig Trail. So Pig Trail, Harley Davidson actually mapped out this ride. This is one of their rides that they love, and it's 155 miles long. So we are asking to please allot for about a 3-hour time frame. That is because we are going to take our time. We're not going to, haul ass and see who can end up first. Yeah, we're going to take our time, enjoy it, make the stop at Pig Trail.
We do pretty good at our guided rides. We take our time and enjoy each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, and like I said, it's complete. Oh, I missed the best part. Rainwater Holton Saxton is sponsoring the ride. They're giving away two $100 gift cards, gas cards. So we're going to give away 2 different $100 gas cards during the ride. Like I said, it's completely free. You're going to be at the rally. Come join us. Hang out with us for that day. That is Saturday the 30th. Kickstands up are at noon. So we're going to start registration at Eureka Springs Harley Davidson at 11 o'clock. So the first 20 get swag bag. Everyone gets free poker chips and a good time. And then everyone is entered into winning these 2 gas cards.
Yeah, and the first 20 gets a swag bag. And we do have an event page set up, right? So it's hosted by us, Picture of Harley Davidson, and Rainwater Holt and Saxton.
Yes.
And
sure.
And we want to thank all of our sponsors so very much, and all you ornery asses too. We're going to be talking about all the products and mods that we put on the Big Boar build throughout this series. So you'll definitely want to stay tuned if you want to see how the Big Boar progresses. We're still adding stuff to it. We're talking about right now doing another mod to the front end, maybe. Right?
Maybe. I don't know. We did get, it's down there, we did get a printout for an estimate of what this costs. And we have to, try and work some numbers and see because it's kind of expensive.
Well, and we've got a lot of people saying do it and don't do it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's that wide tire kit for the front end. So I just call it the fat tire, that front fat tire that looks so sexy on them. We've got a lot of people saying do it, don't do it. There are a little bit of drawback to it. There's some positive to it. I actually, Picture of Harley Davidson has an awesome pre-owned bike section over there. They have their own building. They have some great pre-owned bikes. They had one there with the wide tire kit on the front, and I actually took it for a ride today, and Steph will be making a video about that as well, seeing what I thought of that, because it's the first time I ever rode with one. They do have a rim there. I put it on my story earlier. It's Renegade wheels, the ones the rim that they have there. So we're thinking about that. We're weighing it out. I'd love to hear you guys and what your thoughts are about those. Like, have you read one? What do you think? And then this is another thing too, guys. If you're watching this, if you've ran one and you have rode one, I want to hear about it. If you want to tell me what you think they look like, but you haven't rode one, then tell me what you think about how they look. But I really don't need your opinion if you haven't rode one. I get so many opinions about stuff we're doing to the bike, and then I ask somebody, have you run long distance or have you done it? No, but it's something I heard. Well, I don't need to know what you heard. I need to know your true experience with what we're talking about. And if you don't have that true experience with something, well, you just read it off something, and I can do that myself.
Couple questions.
Yeah.
One question. I'll do this one first. Two up on 3s. I really want to make it to the ride. It would be our first ever rally, which would be amazing. Work might get in the way. We are booked for Sturgis, though.
Okay.
That's awesome. We will definitely be at Sturgis, and we'll definitely do a, we'll be doing either a hangout or a ride or something.
At Sturgis?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. We got a lot going on at Sturgis, guys. We're going to be talking more about that coming up. We'll be doing stuff.
Sounded surprised.
No, I was just like, at Sturgis, hell yeah, because we got our great sponsors. We'll be hanging out with them and under their tents, and we really just have a good time with bullshit and talk their parts and mods and all that stuff. So you're going to find us there. We'll be at the Buffalo Chip.
A lot.
Right?
Yes. It's going to be fun.
The biggest party anywhere.
That's
the
right.
Buffalo Chip, you're going to see us there. Steph is actually doing the bike show again, the best two up in the Women's Day that they have there. So you're going to see us there. We're going to be doing some stuff. You can bet your sweet ass on that. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, so the question, Hawkmock Motovlog wants to
What's up,
know
Hawkmock?
about the audio. How do you like the lowers with the speakers?
All right, man. Let's get into that. Now, that's some good shit.
Gosh,
So
this chair keeps.
you're just stressing me the hell out. Don't
It
be
keeps,
stop
like-
moving, kid. Be still.
Okay, the little stool I'm sitting on only has 3 legs, and for me, I need 4. I need 4 because I topple over very
You
easily.
have to turn that thing right. So we're talking about the lowers with the speakers in there. They're so Paul painted those, right? So Hog Tunes, the Wild Boar is what we did, right? So really quick, Hog Tunes has this great package and this super classy setup now, Wild Boar. So go check them out, and that's what we did. So they have the lowers. Paul got those and painted the lowers, which he'll do for anybody to match. So we put all that in. And what their kit does, you'll see a lot of them, and I see, love, God bless Harley Davidson, theirs turn more towards your knee. So the Wild Boar actually turns up towards you, and it comes out there, and their speakers are thicker, right? And they're just bigger. You can go watch the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. So these lowers really come out there, and they, once again, they look super sexy. They look like something you want to touch, if you know what I mean, down there. They're badass. And they point right up to you, and boom, right there. Rode it, loved it, not in my way at all. Didn't even notice it. I turned up the speakers, which I don't have to turn them up very, very much. That son of a bitch is loud, man. I love them, dude. And I'd seen it before because I've seen it on Paul's bike. So I knew I loved this setup. I absolutely loved it. So when we got to talking about this at the first of the year, I was like, Steph, man, I'd really like to have that setup that I've been seeing out and about. So, dude, I'm hands down totally over the moon with the setup. And guys, we're going to put all this to the test. You guys know we will. We'll be jumping on that bike after this, and we're going to be riding coast to coast and border to border with this bike. And we're going to show you every mile. We'll be talking about this stuff. We're going to put the stuff to the test. So, yeah, dude, I'm excited. I'm pumped.
Very cool.
Any more questions? No,
I don't think so.
All right. So once again, guys, I think we kind of covered pretty much everything. We did get our Memphis Shades in today. We want to say a big thanks to you guys. They are producing a lot right now. I called them Monday, and I was like, I should already put my order in. I was like, guys, I need this, and bam, we got all of our stuff in today. So you'll be seeing us put that 6.5 back on because that thing's just right. And then we'll be putting on the handguards as well. One thing really quick, I say really quick too much. One thing I want to add is that I didn't realize this on the limited this year. So our fairing, right? They have a vent on top there in the dash, and then we have our 2 lower vents in there. So that's just holes there now. They don't have vents in there. Those are now gone. They're eliminated. I did not realize that until yesterday, and it kind of blew my mind. I really don't like having that hole just totally open because I know how shit it tunnels in. I like to close that off.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. But I'm really thankful because we have the vent inserts by Custom Dynamics, and we got those installed yesterday, which is going to help some of that too, but still let the air flow through. Kind of blew me away. Another change, which you guys probably know, is they went from the hydraulic clutch to the cable clutch again. And you talk about it from getting off my bike, the special onto the Big Boar. It's different. I'm used to that clutch being right there, real touchy. And early in the morning when it's cold, it'll almost like, woo, woo, and you got to, whoa, 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 she ain't warmed up yet. And then going back like to the old school way, it feels like it's so far out there. Now I'll get used to it. There's no doubt about it. So it's way on out there. But on the good side, I got heated grips now.
That's right.
That's right. Hill assist.
Yes.
What the hell? And I was like, what the hell? So Chris showed me how that works. It's pretty badass. And where I could see it come in is when we're totally loaded. We've run 600, 700, 800 miles, and I'm wore out. And we come on those hills like in San Francisco. Holy shit. And it's really badass how it works.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to show you guys that too on it. I mean, it's a really cool safety aspect, actually. And I dig it. I don't dig them taking away our abilities to shut those lower.
Yeah, that does
so.
kind of suck.
Sweet Harley Davidson, some of their decisions.
Troy says eBay has them.
Yes, so we did. Yeah, so, and actually you can buy them still. But I think they were failing a lot, because I did have problems with them opening and shutting because I get bugs and all kind of craps, and none of us really clean them. But yeah, we talked about that today. You can still get them, but they took it away.
Yeah. But, Weston Customs, thank you so much for your super chat. Said so happy for you guys. Can't wait to see the finished product.
I know, man. Thank you so much, dude. It was good seeing you down there in Daytona. Yeah. We're having so much fun with it, but honestly, guys, this first week has been a lot of timing, trying to get everything figured out how all this works. First time we're doing it. I think we got everything kind of lined in, so things are to go smoother this upcoming week. And like I said, we just moved in here Sunday. And then Monday, Paul was here. Tuesday, Paul was here. Wednesday, we did more stuff on the bike. Thursday, we did a lot with Chris. And we're going to showcase Chris there at Picture of Harley Davidson, one of the techs back there. He's an amazing tech mechanic, is what we say. And
he is Pig Trail's master technician there. And we're very thankful to have him working on our bike. And of course, Pig Trail letting us, record and take our time, and Chris being patient with us because I'm like, oh wait, no, do that again. And then he's like,
oh my God. Yeah, and then, the whole crew, just absolutely everybody's amazing. Larry making sure everything's flowing for us as well. Parts up there, Matt, we've been talking to him a lot too. And then it's just been a really cool experience. And Casey, you guys seen him come on our live stream when we're trying to decide what bike we were going to get. So, like, this has been for 5 months in the making of doing this, and then trying to get everything together. And I'm still working on some bits and pieces. So I'm still calling people like, hey man, can we do this? Can we get this? Because I love your product and I'd love to have it on the bike. But now we're getting down to a time restraint. So we're going to see we still ain't out of the woods as far as what I want on the bike, and seeing if I can't make it happen. And I've just found some of these products in Daytona.
Yeah. So
we'll see how magical the Ornery One really is.
All right, guys. We went over a lot we've done a lot this week.
Oh, girl, we really have. And I want to thank you too, hon. You've done an amazing job.
Nut says, got Custom Dynamics train horn. Neighbors hate me. Laugh out loud.
Whoa, that Pro Beast is a beast of a horn. Dude, that thing, we talked about it too, because at the dealership, they go, horn, before they honk the horn. I was like, why do they do that? Well, they don't want to disturb you if they honk the horn. I'm like, well, does that not disturb me when they yell horn? But I was like, no, not really. But I guarantee you, if I honk that Pro Beast air horn.
It doesn't matter if you say horn before or after.
So what I've been doing, like when people annoy me or I've just been recording stuff. I'll turn my phone on and turn it just right and record. And then I'll roll up there and honk that air beast or that Pro Beast air horn by Custom Dynamics scares the shit out of them. And you can tell they're mad at me.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I mean, they kind of annoyed me too. So it's like, it's a lot of fun. And it's super loud. They did well with that. Wait till you see our lights.
Yeah.
Like, holy
Troy
shit.
said that he had to put the Pro Beast on after you showed him yours.
Yeah, but yours, dude, you custom painted yours too. And his bike is.
Which Scott was joining us earlier on Facebook. So if he's still on here,
Scott
does. So you guys probably seen over Valentine's Day, we posted the bike reveal at Picture Harley Davidson, and we took our picture with that pretty pink bike. Gosh. Okay, so that's Scott. Scott painted a couple of them there, and
that red and white one's
it's
freaking
bad.
killer.
Yeah, it's awesome. And so he also painted Troy's and.
Yeah, he does some amazing work. We'll showcase it. We need to just show off his work a little bit. And honestly, man, we may be having to yell at you if we do this front tire, this fat tire kit, because I'll have a fender. We were talking, your ears were probably burning today, because I was like, well, we'll have to paint it. And they're like, you know who we're going to call. And I'm like, man, he's busy though. I don't know, man.
I think I seen him at the dealership
We
yesterday.
did. Was it day before yesterday that we seen him? Oh, it's all running together.
It was yesterday.
Was it?
Yeah.
I guess it was.
It was yesterday. Yeah.
He's got a lot going on.
Kelly Thompson, hopefully I will be able to come down for the rally on the 30th. Depends on work. Will be awesome seeing you guys. Yes, for sure. So not only the 30th for Spring Fling, but the 29th, which is of course that Friday night, we're going to have Lane with Lace Grace and Gears. We're going to be going live with her that Friday night also. So like I said, we're going to try and have guests on via either Zoom or in person with us. We will be on location. So these Friday night lives, I don't want them to stop even if we're at a rally or during a rally.
They never do.
Yeah. So we're just hoping and praying that the internet and sound and quality will be just as good as if we're at home on internet.
I promise you it'll work out. We've been doing really good with our stuff. We've got a hot spot now. We've been working really hard at that. But yes. I do want to tell you guys what a struggle it can be.
It can be. So that is something to be looking forward to. Lane with Lace Grace and Gears.
Holy
the 29th.
Shit, guys. She's
a fireball, and there's so much to learn from her. She's got a huge involvement in not only the motorcycle community, but women riders. And that's something that I'm passionate about also. I mean, I'm passionate about all riders.
You've got a motorcycle. Why wouldn't you be?
Yes. Okay. One thing. Okay. Cliff C is the answer to the giveaway when you paid it forward to AJ and his family for his heart condition.
Okay. That is a super good one. That wasn't the first one, but actually he messaged me the other day. That kid is doing amazing. He looks great. I'm glad you said that. What an amazing, I love that kid to death. He messaged me the other day and showed me something. He says, I don't wait.
Yeah. Pretty cool. So that was not actually the first pay it forward that we did. Matt, rally starts on the 28th, right through the 30th. So Spring Fling is a small rally here in Northwest Arkansas. And I believe things start on the 29th, that Friday. I think it's just Friday, Saturday.
But dude, you can come on down the 28th. I mean, we'll be around.
Yes, because we're going to be here.
Jeez, come on. It's a rally right now. If you were down here tomorrow, it's a fucking rally. I mean, we'll call it whatever you want to call it.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. But it don't matter. It's going to be a good time. You get on down. Yeah. But we had a good ride. He's got a badass bike.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think it is 2 days, though. It's like Friday and Saturday. But it don't matter. Come on down early. We'll go hang out at Picture of Harley Davidson and talk bike. Because we'll be able to, everybody probably get a little tired of us by then. What do you got, Tate?
Oh, gosh. It's Tate. The never do famous last words. They never do until we start drinking early and forget that it's Friday. Remember at midnight.
Oh, yeah. So, thanks, buddy. We got carried away. So, you guys seen us do a hell of a ride this year, and we're halfway through it. We did the Guinness World Runners program. Anyway, we ended up at the Buffalo Chip, thanks to us. And we just met Tate for the first time. He's an honorary ass member. And we met Sam, and a whole bunch of us were just hanging out. And honestly, the bike was there, Tate. I was like, dude, we started drinking. I was like, I can't go anywhere. I said, we're going to have to find somewhere to go. We didn't know where we were going to go. Tate came down from Canada, rented a car, went and bought a tent, had it pitched, ready to go. He goes, in his Tate voice, don't worry about it, mate. You can sleep on my tent. That did not sound like Tate, but I was like, okay, fine. I said, where are you going to sleep? He said, I'll sleep in the car. I was like, okay, fine. And we got, we had a really good time.
Well, even before you guys got shit-faced, I remember Tate riding on the back of the motorcycle with you.
Yes.
To go ahead and park the bike.
Yes. Well,
and that alone was...
that was interesting. We went to Buffalo Chip, and it was crazy. Everybody was going nuts. But we stayed the night there. We slept in Tate's tent, and the night got fuzzy, and it went on and on and on. And about midnight, and he goes, you guys know it's Friday night. And I was like, hell yeah, it is. And he goes, you guys go live on Friday night. And I was like, oh, what? It just we blew the whole live,
and it was like at midnight.
Yeah, so that's the story behind the famous last words.
So most of the time we go live Friday nights wherever we're at 7 p.m. wherever we're at, unless we forget and get carried away.
Unless we get carried away. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, Matt. So Matt was with us here in Eureka Springs when Tate came down, and so Matt was like, "Yeah, I supplied the Gatorade."
Yep, that's right, man. Keep us hydrated. Always a good time. Once again, a lot of you ornery asses there are and have always supported us, and really, we wouldn't be where we're at, or would we be doing what we're doing without you guys? And I'm just so thankful. We're humble and gracious, and we're hungry. We got a lot more to do. We've just begun. We've got some big ideas for next year, too. I'm already thinking about next year. This year is kind of set in stone. I'm already planning for next year and stuff's like, holy shit, can we just get through this year, TJ? I'm like, okay. But I'll be just real direct with you guys. I love this bike build, and I'm so excited to be doing this. I'm so thankful for everything that is happening for us. But I'll be happy when the bike is built and we're back on the road.
Yes.
I am very comfortable, and that's the place for me, is with Steph on the bike. That's where I want to be.
Yes, it feels nice. It feels perfect.
It feels like home.
Someone did ask on Facebook to run down really quickly how they become a member. So our memberships are on YouTube, and you can join to be a member. There's 3 different tiers to choose from. Each of them have their own perks. All of them have access to our private Facebook group. One thing I was going to say is whenever you go to the Big Boar playlist there on YouTube, there are going to be several videos that are labeled members only, and they are locked. So if you're 100 Ornery Octane, which is the highest of our tiers, you have access to those videos. Just to give you guys a heads up. So that's one of the perks. They have tons of perks on there. One thing that I've got, so we are in Rogers. We'll be going home this weekend to catch up on orders, and I've got Ornery One orders to be shipping out. There's a couple of you guys that have already emailed me, and I do apologize. Whenever we get home, I'll be shipping out orders this weekend, and also little Ornery One pins to all of the members. That's another little perk.
Yeah. Just please bear with us and forgive us. We've been running 110 miles an hour. We did have a couple things that happened while we were gone and we got home that we had to take care of. I just want to go into this really quick, and I'm pissed off about it, to be honest with you. We had a company reach out to us, it was like last year through Amazon, with some heated gloves, and they asked if they sent it to us, could we do a little bit of review? We've done this before. So they sent us the gloves. It was like 22, 23, 24 degrees when we left home. So that night before, we plugged those gloves in to charge on our counter there in our little tiny house, right? And it's just pine shelves. Yeah, and when we plugged, well, some people may not have. So what happened when we plugged them in as we were sleeping that night, luckily the baby girl was there, the battery exploded. So it burnt a hole in the countertop and just blew shards all over the place. It looks like a battery, and it did. Blew up all over the kitchen. And then she came down, luckily, and unplugged it because she started smelling it. It was on fire. So she got that taken care of. When we got up, we seen that. So we had to clean everything up and get on the road. So when we got on the road, then the baby called us and said, the dryer doesn't work. The dryer's not drying. So we're like, okay, well, We had her brother came over and was like, well, something's messed up for sure. When we got home, what we're thinking happened is it surged. It's back to back where I'm not sure if that's exactly what happened. So I can't be 100% sure, but the timing happened. Our dryer, everything in it was burnt out. We had a man come out, a handyman, a appliance guy came out and was like, it's going to cost $600 to fix your dryer. And we're like, oh man.
Yeah, the repair guy said that most likely what had happened is a power surge. So something, I mean, it's just the weird coincidence that the battery exploded and the next morning the dryer does not heat, almost like the heating element went out. But they tested the heating element, it works. The wires to the heating element look like they had been melted.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
So anyway, we had to deal all this when we got back. Of course, we had to go get a new dryer. Washer was shot, guys. We have 5 kids. They've gone through all the 5 kids. The last, I don't know, we've had them for 6 years now. And we just keep mending them together. So
the kids are the washer and dryer.
all of it, all the whole life. So Steph goes, well, we got to go get a new dryer. Can we get the washer? And I'm like, well, it'll probably be the next thing that starts giving us trouble. So we ended up getting a washer and dryer. This is one thing we promised each other. Once the kids just about got out of the house or got out of the house, we're going to get a nice washer and dryer set.
Yes,
so then,
and a matching set.
And a matching set. So we actually had to deal with all that. Little did we know there's a dryer shortage across the lands of dryers. So you can't just go into Home Depot or freaking Sears and buy a dryer. They just don't have them. So we had to go through this whole process and then move everything out, get everything set back up, and it's a front load, and those son bitches spin like crazy. Well, in that little tiny house, we have pine floors, and they're not perfect, and we're having trouble. That washer, we got it going. That somebody spent so hard, it started walking out, and it's touch screen, and I'm trying to touch that screen to get it to go off, and I actually jump on top of this washer, and it's bucking like a bull, and I can't hit the screen, so I reach over, grab the cord, and unplug it out of the wall, and it just had, it was a blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh my God. So we fought with it, trying to get it level, and it would be level, and at any little movement, it'd walk a little bit and get off on those floors and get them level.
But we got it fixed.
We did we did some technology to it.
We did good.
We did good. So it was 2 days of fighting that stuff. So in the end, we won.
Yes. If anyone's bought the Big Boar shirts, I am picking those up on Tuesday, and we'll be shipping them out. Just to let you guys know. If you don't know about our Big Boar, so of course the build that we're doing, we have t-shirts and stickers for the Big Boar build. It's a cool little badass hog boar. Of course, we're in Arkansas. We've got the Razorbacks. We're at Pig Trail Harley Davidson. We're doing the Big Boar kit, B-O-R-E. So we named it the Big Boar, as in the pig, B-O-A-R.
The Big Boar. Had a little fun with Pig Trail Harley Davidson and all the crew too. I'd walk up and just put a mic in there and I'd say the Big Boar build series here on YouTube. And it's taken me a month now and I still mess up. So we've been having a lot of fun with that. I know
the Big Boar build here on YouTube.
The Big Boar build series here on
I didn't
YouTube.
say series.
The Big Boar build series. Well, you told me this. So anyway, we've been having a lot of fun with that, and I'm probably just annoying the shit out of a lot of people. I'm so sorry, guys. Thanks for putting up with me.
Huckmock, the Big Boar shirts, and also for the members, if you're a member, the Big Boar shirts are at cost for you guys, and I believe there should be a discount code in the private Facebook group for you guys to, when you order the shirt, check out with that code, and it will discount the shirt down to just being cost to you guys.
That's right.
If not, send me a message probably tomorrow, because I've already had a few drinks, and send me a message tomorrow.
We're fixing to go enjoy ourselves just a little bit tonight, because we don't have to be at Pig Trail till around 10 tomorrow.
Yes.
So we're going to go out and have a couple beverages, get us a little Uber or Lyft responsibly, like always. And we found a little cool hole in the wall down here.
We did.
Let's show you guys once you come in. It's
Okay.
a really cool place for us all. All right, guys. I'll think of something I should have said earlier. So once again, you guys message me about these. So if you don't know what our first pay it forward was, the first one of you guys to message us and tell us, you guys can go look it up. It's on YouTube. Just scroll down through there.
It's on our website.
Yeah, it's on our website. You can go look. The first person that says that, I'll send these to you. Like I said, Figurati Designs. Pretty much said that, right? Figurati? Okay.
Figurati.
I'm getting better. I will send that to you, and it'd be really cool, right?
Ken Keemer. Were
Ken.
Alan and Denise your first pay it forward? No.
Nope. Y'all go. That was cool too, though.
It was cool.
Got me thinking about it. But our first pay it forward was there
That's right.
during.
Okay, don't give me more hints.
No more hints. Anyway, you guys go check it out, and I'll send it to you. Like I said, Steph and I are going to go enjoy ourselves. Guys, stay tuned here on YouTube and all of our social platforms for everything that's fixing to happen on the Big Boar there at Picture Harley Davidson here in Rogers. Come see us tomorrow if you are in our neck of the woods for the demo bike ride. I'm about to say demo truck, but the demo bikes that we'll be riding tomorrow. I'm going to ride something I hadn't rode before.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Go
so,
ahead.
again, yes, we appreciate Picture Harley Davidson, of course, Rainwater, Holton, Saxton. They're going to be sponsoring the ride on the 30th. Huge shout out to them. Of course, Custom Dynamics, Chromeworks, Legend Suspension, Mustang Seats, Memphis Shades, KST Customs, Rick Rack, the Fairing Xchange, Baxter Insurance,
Thank you.
and Hog Tunes, Wild Boar Audio by Hog Tunes.
Well, there ain't no joke about that. We couldn't do it without you guys. And on top of all that, thank you to each and every one of you ornery asses out there that's keeping Steph and I's dream going.
Yes. Oh, it was something. No, I won't say it. We love you guys. I love you. And it is a journey. It is a ride. And I'm loving it.
Well, I feel like I should be pinched. I'm living a dream. I'm so appreciative. Humbled. Composure. Okay, guys.
Hawkmock said, was it a school thing, like getting toys to kids?
Nope.
No.
Nope. 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 It was not. It was a really touching moment, and it was the videos.
It was spur of the moment.
Well,
There is a video.
Yeah, y'all go check that out. You'll see what it is. First person that messages, I'll send these to you by Figurati Design. Okay, guys.
They are badass. Figurati Design makes badass products, but these were on the original Ornery One Road Glide.
Yeah. The
second one.
The second one. The Ornery One glides.
The original Ornery One Glide is somewhere either at the bottom of the ocean.
Bullshit,
or
it's overseas.
Or across
India
or something.
We got it stowed when we were down in Daytona.
It probably
a few years
has
ago.
like a
Who knows?
PVC pipe across it with like baskets of bananas and like 1,800 kids on it. You know, like you see the videos of all these scooters in like foreign countries and stuff that are like zipping around on these little mopeds.
Yeah, they got like
and they're all loaded down with all this stuff.
They got like a pig sitting there and a cow.
And it says "Stay Ornery" on the front.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, they got some really sweet ass custom dynamic lights on it.
I'm gonna make that into a sticker.
Yeah, and whoever's got my pawpaw's hatchet out there out of that bike, you can kiss my ass. I'd love to have that back.
We've got Nut right here with Single Mother.
That's it. Yep, that's it. So our Nut, I'll be sending these to you if you'll send us a private message with your address. So our first pay it forward, Steph and I were riding.
We were coming back from Sturgis, and we were doing the 2 wheels, 2 people, 2,000 miles, 2 weeks, or not 2,000 miles.
I can say it. 2 people on 2 wheels for $2,000, 2 events, and we only stayed with people we knew online or people we knew. So it was the first thing we ever did. This is what kicked off the Ornery One. I reached out to everybody. I had this idea. We came up with this concept. And if you guys are wanting to do what we did, we didn't have no money. We didn't know how we were going to do it. We were just going to do it. So we were scrounged up $2,000 and we went out and stayed on the road. And we stayed with people that only reached out to us online. We had a couple weird experiences. We slept in the tent. We did that for first year or so. It was amazing. We made some amazing contacts, friends, and our family now from that trip. We still stay with. We love them so very much. We were coming back home, and I had this a lot of emotions, and it just so happened we were riding through an Indian reservation. As we're riding through this reservation, it was horrible, and I just was feeling these kids out there playing. Now, before we came home, we were gonna have to cut our trip shy because we were down to 150, 160 bucks, and I knew that we had a few more days. We ran into Scott and Kelly Willett. Scott had been following Adam Sandoval, which I rode with him, and that's kind of how we got started, and that's how he knew me. We met him actually at the Buffalo Chip, and we talked for a minute, and I told him that we were leaving in the morning, and we still had a few days, but we cut it shy, and he'd been following our trip. He messaged me on Facebook and said, "Hey, dude, you still here?" My phone buzzed when I left everything on. Walked over, and he said, "Here's $200. That'll help you stay a little longer." But what happened, we were able to catch a couple other places to stay, and we got some feed. We got fed and watered. We were able to continue the trip for the 2 days. And we finished coming through there with the amount of money that we had, and I had that $200 from Scott and Kelly Willett in my wallet.
Which is super weird because $200 of $2,000, which is our budget, and we were doing the whole two thing from the very beginning.
2 wheels, 2 people, 2 events.
20%.
That's right. 20%. So all the 2 wheel things, guys. So if you haven't followed us for the beginning, it's crazy what the 2 means to us. So coming through there, and I had that $200. I told Steph, I said, when we get home, we're going to find somebody that needs us $200. I'm going to reach out to people that we know, and we're going to give it away. We got home, and through people that we knew of this young lady that had a preemie baby, and she was going through a hard time. So what we did, we took that $200, we reached out to people and got some gift certificates and different things for the baby and her. We asked if it was okay, so we went to the hospital. You can go watch this video, and we gave.
Yeah, it wasn't much, but it was a, you know, like when you're in the moment, there's things that make a world of difference. And to us, that $200 was a world of difference. And to her and her new baby, that was a world of difference too. So yeah, we just had the $200, and we reached out to a little boutique, baby boutique, secondhand store, and got some vouchers and like food vouchers and stuff like that. Because of course, like when you're expecting, I mean, babies are new, like a lot. They're very expensive. But then whenever you have a premature baby and she comes earlier than expected, sometimes you don't have everything in line, you don't have everything tucked away. So this was our first pay it forward.
Single mom doing the best she can, so we went up there and gave it to her and love her to death. Love that sweet baby. So what happened through that though, guys, is the first pay it forward, then we got on the road, and it set a fire between us and what we were doing, a passion, because we had help through her brain tumor, and we lost everything. We wouldn't have had a Christmas with our 5 kids if it wasn't for some people we still don't know who was. Mm-hmm. So with that, we started building the steam, and like, we're going to do this pay it forward. So we started building off that, and we started just doing one more, and then one more, and then one more.
And that's when we learned about LJ in Paris, Texas, and had a heart condition and had surgery. He fell out right there in school, and so of course we did. Yeah, when you say that, like
no, he died on the floor. They brought him back. The kid died,
and so did the pay it forward there. The whole football team, cheerleader, the band came out, and so it was really cool. So it's cool to see all this progress and how it's all connected together. So fast forward to when we got our bike stolen in Daytona.
There it is.
We
were down and out.
We were flown back, and our bike was stolen. It was going to be weeks before the insurance did anything. We needed to get another bike.
We lost our ass on the insurance. We do not use that insurance anymore. Thanks for Baxter, and that's why we're so gracious to have good insurance. We will not use that company any longer. But anyway, what happened is the first pay it forward, she did a GoFundMe for us, and it raised enough money for doing a down payment for the bike, our old bike that we were on until now. All right, so everything that we're doing is connected in some crazy way. You guys can go look at that. So, Nut, right, is who said that?
Nut, yes.
So
Nut.
send us your...
And you are a member. I may or may not have your information yet.
But go ahead and send that to us if you don't mind, and I'll get those out to you. Okay, guys, listen, I just went through an emotional freaking roller coaster right then. I'm ready to have a margarita.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, guys, we're gonna do our thing right here. We're gonna go have fun. If you guys are in our neck of the woods tomorrow, Picture Harley Davidson, we'll see you. If not, we'll see you through all of our posts that's coming up. We'll be going live next Friday night at 7 o'clock, talking about all what's fixing to happen the rest of this week and next week on the Big Boar build series here on YouTube. All right, guys, we sure do appreciate you. We'll see you somewhere down the road. Thank you for tuning in and chiming in. And like always, y'all stay ornery.